Hey there! How's it going, guys? It's all good here and welcome back to my channel. Buongiorno and bon appetit! Today, we're delving into the delicious world of Italian cuisine with a touch of French flair. Get ready to slice through your pasta like a true culinary maestro as we learn how to model a ravioli pasta cutter. Or if you're the sweet type, a pastry cutter. So, let's dive right in. Fire up Fusion 360 on your computer. Today, we're kicking things off with surface modeling instead of solid modeling. Start by creating a sketch on the XZ plane. Select a circle or hit C on your keyboard to draw a circle of 75 mm. Hit C again to create another circle of diameter 15 mm. This is the inner circle marking the limit to which the pattern extends inward. I will draw another circle which will be of use later in the video. The diameter should be equal to the hole in the wheel. Next, navigate to the Constraints tab and choose the Fix or Unfix tool to ground the outermost circle. You'll notice that the border color changes to green once you select the circle. This is done to prevent any unintended rotations or movements later on. To start, select the Line tool and begin at the origin to plot the first point. Before drawing, ensure you've selected the construction line type from the menu. Then, draw a line from the origin to the perimeter. Draw another line on the right side and similarly on the left side of the circle as well. Press D on your keyboard to activate the Sketch Dimensions tool. Now, set the angle between the two lines to 10 degrees. Ensure that the middle line is vertically constrained. Keep the angle between the middle line and the other line also at 10 degrees. Turn off the construction line type and then press L on your keyboard to activate the Line tool. Connect till this circle with solid line here. Do this on left side also. Navigate to the Modify tab and select the tool labeled Break from the menu. Hover over the circle until you see two red crosses appear in the exact same spot. Click on one of the points. Now, the circle's perimeter is divided into two separate parts. Before proceeding, make sure that you have enabled the 3D sketch option. This is crucial for drawing on the XY plane. Orbit the sketch by holding down Shift and the middle mouse button, then moving the mouse around, or you can also use the Orbit option provided here. Select the Line tool to draw a line, but first, make sure to activate the construction line type if it is not active. Alternatively, you can hit X on your keyboard to activate it. Now, begin at the middle point and extend the line upwards, following the blue axis. Type in 2 mm to specify the length. Please note that you can only draw on this axis if you orbited the sketch in the earlier step. Deactivate the construction line. Now, select the Spline tool from the Create tab. Begin at the left point on the circle, then select the newly created point, and finally the third point. To complete the spline, click on the circle icon with a check mark in it. Here comes the most crucial step. Zoom in enough that you see the green line. There are a total of 3 of them coincident with each of the selected point. These green lines and green circles are called the curvature handles, which are used to edit the curvature of the spline. We'll start by working on the rightmost point. Grab the left point of the green line and move it in such a way that you bring it on the perimeter of the circle below. Slowly bring it closer to the main point, that is towards the right side, and you will notice the green circle reducing in size. Now, go to the first point and click on it to bring up the curvature handle or the green line. I will select this point here to move it around. You can see the circle is not perpendicular to the XZ plane. I'll move it the other way around. Now it is perpendicular to the XZ plane. Again, move this on the perimeter of the circle below so that this circle's radius is shortened. Now orbit around to ensure that you don't have those two circles oriented differently than this orientation, cause if you do, it will create a problem later. Really check that these circles are perpendicular to the XZ plane. Now select the top view as we will be giving the dimensions to these curvature handles. Hit D on your keyboard to bring up the Sketch Dimensions tool. Select these 2 points and hover the mouse to the left so that the dimension is parallel to this line. Type in 1.1. Similarly, do the same on the right curvature handle. Type in 1.1 mm. Don't forget the middle one, which is also 1.1 mm. Just checking again that these dimensions are on the page and not floating. Well, except for the middle one. All right. The challenging part is behind us. Click Finish Sketch. Next, let's select the Surface Patch option to give profiles to these lines and curves. Zoom in a bit to carefully choose these 2 lines and the curve that we formed when we used the Break tool. These elements will serve as the basis for our surface patch. Let's unhide the sketch, and from the Create tab, select the Loft tool. For the first profile, select this curve. If you created this spline with construction line type, you will not be able to select it. For the second profile, choose this curve right here. A surface will be created. With this, we are 50% done. Hide the sketch. We are going to replicate this one piece into a whole bunch. Wish I could do this with my money. LOL. Select the Circular Pattern tool. Select both these bodies. Ensure that the object type is set to bodies. Select the axis as the x-axis or the blue line. Now type 18 in quantity, as our one piece is of 20 degrees, remember? So, 18 times 20 is 360 degrees. Hey everyone! I've got a question for you. What kind of music gets you grooving? Whether it's pop, rock, hip-hop, or something completely different, I want to know what tunes you're vibing to lately. As for me, I'm a huge fan of The Weeknd. His smooth beats and soulful vocals always strike a chord with me. So, drop a comment below and let's share some musical favorites. Well, as for the model, select as I did and stitch it up. If you followed closely, you should see 126 free edges and 108 edges to be stitched. If there was some error, the body will have yellow scars or disrupted lines along it, indicating that the stitching was not properly completed. Here, there was no error found, hence, no yellow lines. Let's add some thickness to this surface that we have created. After selecting the body, I will use the Thicken tool. Changing the direction to symmetric will add thickness to both sides of the body. Let's input 0.2 mm. Okay, looks good, doesn't it? Now, let's unhide the sketch. To see it clearly, we should hide the body. Now, proceed to Solid Modeling, choose Extrude, and select these 2 parts. Then, unhide the body and choose the direction as symmetric. Extend the arrows to more than 0.2 mm. Make sure the operation is set to cut. This will create the hole for the stud to go in. Hide the sketch as we have now completed the modeling of the pasta cutter wheel. Well done, guys! While we're at it, let's add some color to make it more realistic. Let's save our model before we forget. Go to File and click Save, or use the shortcut Ctrl+S to save the model. Let me name it Fluted Cutter Wheel. Thank you for following along with me on this modeling journey. If you'd like to watch me create the handle for this wheel, please like the video so that I know you're interested in learning more. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting content. Thank you again for your support.